What's up, guys? So I was out here this morning getting ready to clean my rifle, and I thought about a recent upgrade that I've made that's really made a huge difference in the quality of shooting with this beast. So anyway, I thought I'd take a second and show you guys what's up. The part I'm talking about is this, and this is the Spikes Tactical T2 Heavy Buffer. You know, a few of my friends along the way have purchased this buffer and had nothing but awesome things to say about it. They were always, pushing me to get one, and, as I was building up my rifle, there was always another part that seemed to be a little bit more important to grab first. So this buffer kind of fell by the wayside for a while. But the other day I was in my local gun shop and I happened to notice that they had one in stock, and so I decided to jump on it. I had a class coming up and I felt like if my friends liked it so much, I'd probably like it too. So I went ahead and grabbed it. They're generally about 25 to 30 bucks. I think I paid 30. This was the last one on the shelf, but I wanted it, and 30 bucks really for a part for your rifle isn't really that much at all. Went ahead and bought it, threw it in and took the class, and I could not believe the improvement in both mitigated recoil and muzzle rise, and just the overall smoothness and quietness of the rifle. This piece, for the cost, this piece has probably made one of the most substantial improvements in feel that I have gotten from almost anything. So anyway, I'll go ahead and show you how to install it. It's super easy. Of course, most of you probably know, but for beginners, maybe they don't. So anyway, definitely take the upper off the lower. You don't really have to take the upper off, but mine's already off anyway. And here you can see the factory buffer sitting in the buffer tube right here. In front of that, there is a small spring-loaded pin, and all you have to do is take maybe either your thumbnail or a small screwdriver or something and press that pin down. Once you do that, the buffer comes over the top of it, and the buffer spring, and you can just kind of take the factory buffer, kind of pinch it and roll it clockwise, and it will kind of unseat and pull out. Before I put the new buffer in, I'll show you what the deal is with this buffer. First of all, you can see them side by side. The Spikes piece is a very nice piece. I will say that about the Spikes. It is cut from a piece of billet aluminum and then coated. Now I will say the coating, you shouldn't be caring about the coating anyway on a buffer, but the coating will come off. You can see right here it's starting to come off, but that doesn't matter in the functionality one bit. With the factory buffer, the way this works, it is filled with a solid weight inside, and when you when the buffer reciprocates, you can hear that is the solid weight going back and forth in the buffer. The buffer kind of slows the bolt carrier as the bolt carrier is coming back in the buffer tube, and then the bumpers there are designed to hit the back of the bumper tube, and then the spring presses the bolt carrier back into action. So every time this buffer is moving back and forth, you're getting that noise added to all the other noises in the rifle, making it louder and making it clunk more. I mean, you can definitely feel when you go like this, it clunks. When you go like this, it clunks. You can feel a clunk on both sides of this movement. The deal with the Spikes buffer is that the Spikes buffer does not use a solid weight. The Spikes buffer uses tungsten powder in the place of the solid weight. And what that gives you is it gives you silence. There is a noise if you listen really closely, but it is so faint and quiet, and not only that, it gives you a extremely smooth feel, almost like there's no weight inside this thing at all. It feels like a solid piece when you move it, but you know, it does a fantastic job of, you know, keeping the feel of the rifle smooth, very little clunking as the bolt carrier comes back, and just all around quiet, nice feel. You know, there's also other types of, you know, fillings for buffers. You know, kind of like a hydro buffer would also kind of mitigate the noise of the factory buffer. But the benefit of this buffer over a hydro buffer is that there's no liquid inside this to come out and, you know, get all over your gear, you know, in terms of your rifle and whatnot. This is just a nice, neat, sealed package, and it does a fantastic job of, you know, making this thing cycle smoothly. So anyway, to put it back in, just easy, move in reverse, take the lower, take the buffer, put it into the spring, and if you twist it kind of in a clockwise direction again, it'll kind of seat into the spring. As you can see right here, it's kind of seated in there. And then you just go ahead and press the spring and the buffer back into your buffer tube until it clicks past the retention pin right there, and there you go. There it is, seated right inside the buffer tube, nice and neat and ready to, you know, just kick all kinds of ass. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this part. Like I said, for those of you who are, you know, on a budget but still looking for some substantial improvements in feel in any rifle, I mean, this is a DD rifle and this is a standard H buffer. Already a great, you know, part for this rifle. And you know, the ST-T2 buffer, it kind of falls between the H buffer and the H2 buffer in terms of the weight and feel of it all. Just so you guys know that. But as far as bang for the buck, for 30 bucks, like I said, I don't think you could find a bigger improvement in feel. So anyway, if you want your rifle to shoot smooth and, you know, stay flat, definitely check out the Spikes Tactical T2 Heavy Buffer. If you guys have any questions or comments about this product, you know, Google Plus is hell-bent on turning, you know, YouTube into a fake-ass Facebook, and I can't stand that, so I disconnected my page from Google Plus, you know. But you can always, you know, leave me a PM, send me a PM. I'm happy to respond to private messages and, you know, get you any information I might have about the products that I review, so that you can make the best decisions about your personal gear and guns. And, you know, so that's about it. Hope you guys are having an awesome Veterans Day weekend. And till next time, take it easy.